Hey everybody, Frank here with the National Real Estate Post. Before we get started, I got to tell you, listen to this. So you can get Loan Tech for free for 1 year. Loan Tech for free for 1 year. What Loan Tech is, it's like a totally kick-ass CRM that helps you manage your leads and convert them better and convert them more efficiently and faster, which is what everybody's after. You get it for a year for free. If you want to see how it works and what's inside before you sign up for free, just click the Loan Tech banner you see here on your right and sign up for a webinar that we've got coming up later this month where we're going to go through it all with you. Loan Tech they're going to go show you everything that it does. You're going to be amazed at what it'll do for you. And again, you get it for free for a year. So sign up for the webinar, check it out, free for a year, Loan Tech. That's how much they believe in the product. Now, let's move on with the show. It's just me today because Brian is still making his way back from the Pacific Northwest. He went up there for the 4th of July holiday, and of course, he's driving with family, and it's going to take a little bit longer for him to get here. He'll probably be here for tomorrow's show. But there's something that I wanted to talk about that I think is pretty important, and it's weighing on my mind because we talk to loan originators on a daily basis over here. Now, here's what I want to say. Listen. Let's get my experience out of the way first. Just so you know, I'm not some crackhead, you know what I mean, talking a bunch of BS that I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not just a guy that does a show. I'm a guy that has a history in this business. I got into the mortgage business in January of 1987. Yes, that's with an 8 in the front, 1987. Quite a long time. And when I was in the mortgage business back in January of 1987, rates at that time were about 10%. That's where interest rates were. And then they slowly dropped until they hit about 7.25% in 1993. Then in 1994, they bumped up again to about 8.5%. Then from 1994 to 1998, they dropped down again to about 7.25%. Then from 1998 to 2000, they shot up and they went to about 8.25%. Okay. Then from 2000 on to 2003, they went back down to about 5.75%. From 2003 to 2006, they blipped up again to about 6.5%. And from that point on, they've been on a slowly gradual slide down to where we are today, which is somewhere in the 3s. Okay, so here's what I wanted to explain. I got in the business in January of 1987. I was able to get out of it in about December of 2008. So let's just say 2009. And during that time frame, I saw rates make significant drops 3 times. Well, what that also means is I saw rates significantly rise 3 or 4 times. Right? Now, here's what I learned, and keep in mind, from 1987 to the year 2000, I was an individual mortgage originator working for either a banker or a broker, right? But in 2000 till, 2009, I was always managing. I was always running a net branch or running a branch for a bank. And so I was in charge of loan officers and had loan officers working for me. Here's what I noticed during all of those peaks and valleys in this business. And that's this. When the valley hits, when rates are sliding down, everybody in the business seems to be brilliant, right? Everybody in the business is really great at what they do because they're busy. They're getting deals in. Everybody's got a bunch of business going on, and everybody feels like it must be because I'm just so good at what I do. Now, hear me out. I'm not saying you're not good at what you do. I'm sure you are. But there's a little bit of a false perception that goes on during the slides down to the valley. Because what's really going on is as interest rates are falling down, everybody in the world wants to get a loan, either a purchase or a refi, and they find themselves to you. You're in the market, you're in the marketplace, right? There's only so many of you out there, and these deals, they're going to find their way to you. So we kind of get this false perception within ourselves that we think, I must be doing some great things. I must be really good at what I do because I'm so busy. But here, I just want to gently tell you, and this applies today, it's probably not all you, okay? In fact, most of the activity you've got going on right now and why you're so busy is just because the market demands it. It demands it of you, and you're one of the only guys that's in the business right now, especially with all the new licensing requirements and whatnot. So there's a lot of pressure on you to do a lot of business right now, and it's not necessarily because you're such a great salesperson. It's not. Because here's what I also found over this long period of time doing deals is when things shot up, when the mountains came, when the peaks came, when the rates went up, and they don't even have to go up a lot. It's like 1%, okay, 1.5%. When they went up, you know what I saw then? Is that we weren't all that smart, and we weren't all that good. okay? And I saw people get out of the business in droves. You watch loan originators and real estate people just fall off the map. They vanish because they weren't doing the things that they need to do to sustain longevity in this business. So today I just want to warn everybody. Take it as managers, I know you're loving what I'm saying right now because you can, relay this to your originators and the realtors out there. Please take heed to what's going on right now. Everything's pushing the rates down. Now we have Brexit pushing rates down. Everything's keeping them down. But here's the deal. They're going to turn around. Things are going to change. I don't know when they're going to change, but they're going to change. And you know what? Not everybody is right in predicting these things. People will tell you it's going to be years. It may be months, okay? They will turn around. They will start to go back up, and they don't have to go up a whole lot. And the next thing you know, your pipeline dwindles, and it shrivels up, and it dies because that email drip campaign that you thought was sustaining your business, truly isn't. It's just that there's a lot of people that want stuff, they happen to see something and they get it, right? But going forward, it doesn't work. What works, guys, is honest to goodness prospecting. Honest to goodness phone calls to your past client database. Honest to goodness phone calls to your realtor partners, asking them for more business, okay? Honest to goodness networking events, going out and visiting with people, getting to see people face to face. This is the stuff that creates longevity, all right? And so you want to get going on these things now. And I know it's a hard thing for me to deliver and might be a hard thing for you to digest because you're so busy. And it's not going to be like you're going to have time. You're not going to be able to go, well, I'm super, super busy now, but if I feel it starting to turn, then I'll start doing some activities. It doesn't work that way. Every time I saw rates shoot up in my career, right, it's been like on the dime. It's been like the spigot shuts things off. You're no longer getting deals, and now you're back to, you're back to your rudiments. You're back to the things that you know you're supposed to be doing and you haven't been doing. And now you have to basically start all over again, even as a seasoned pro. And I guarantee you the seasoned pros that are listening to me right now are going, yep, he's right. I need to do something about this. So no matter how busy you are right now, no matter what you got going on right now, you desperately need to find a way to get prospecting and lead generation through phone calls and personal visits back onto your plate. And get this going right now and keep it going. Because when things turn, it ain't gonna be pretty. And that's all I had to say today. I wanted to say that because I talk to a lot of you guys every day. I know what's going on out there. As a manager for 8 years in the industry, I lived through it with you many, many times. Lived through it myself many, many times. And I'm just here to give you that warning. Solemn warning. It's going to happen again. Mark my words. With that, don't forget to check the Loan Tech webinar out. Free for a year. You can't beat that. I hope that helps. You guys have a great day. Forward, share, subscribe. Leave us your comments on this down below if you'd be so kind, right? And we'll catch up with you tomorrow here at the National Real Estate Post.